At 4 months old, your baby may have doubled in size, they can roll over, they're able to hold objects that their life depends on it, and they're starting to tell differences between shades of colors like red and green. I'm Dr. Nkirika. I am a pediatrician, a pediatric ear doctor, and a mom of 3. This is our series where we talk about what to expect from your baby from birth till 12 months old. They can track better and faster with their eyes, and they can see things that are much farther away compared to when they were just a month old. With being able to see differences in some colors, you may notice they start to favor a particular or specific toy, things that are red, green, and yellow, and things that are very bright, and even specific shapes. With their ability to track objects with their eyes and track faster, they are able to grab moving objects, and their grip is so intense they can hold on to objects for a longer period of time compared to before. This is a great time to start playing games like peekaboo or hiding objects. They may not necessarily know where the object goes, but they're starting to notice the fun activities and enjoy peekaboo at that age. This is also a time where you can put a plastic mirror, which is safe, in front of them when they're doing tummy time, and while you move them around, they're actually going to try to reach the object, and that can help them turn from their tummy to their back. Just to mention and remember, every baby is going to be different. Just because your baby is not doing that yet does not mean anything is wrong. Babies can roll between 2 months to about 5 months of age, and I want you to just follow up with your regular pediatrician if you're highly concerned and not necessarily worried. At this age, your baby is also more social. They're smiling more, especially to familiar faces. They may also start developing their vocabulary and making sounds that are familiar around them. They're starting to babble a little bit, not as much as when they're 6 months old, but they're starting to make noises that sound familiar and things they hear from people around them. As regards to feeding and growing, your baby may have doubled in size, or they're skipping through clothes sizes, or your baby may just be growing normally along their own growth curve, which is great. At this age, they are also supposed to be only on breast milk or formula, so basically liquids. But this is a time when they also start showing interest in what you put in your mouth. They notice you eating something different from them, so they're starting to show interest about that. Even though they are salivating, excited, and interested to see or try what you're eating, we still recommend waiting to about 6 months of age, where based on American Academy of Pediatrics, we think they're ready and old enough to safely tolerate food. But of course, I know there are cultural differences in different places. If you're wanting to start foods early, always chat with your child's regular doctor, regular pediatrician, to also recommend and advise you based on that. When it comes to sleeping and the sleep sphere, you are probably either winning, where your baby is sleeping about 8 to 12 hours a day and also taking naps, or you may be losing, because some babies generally start going through what we call sleep regression around 4 months old. Sleep regression can definitely be difficult because your baby, who previously had a whole routine, slept through the night, may start to wake up more, get more fussy throughout the night, wanting more feeds compared to before. There is not a one-size-fits-all in terms of how to do this, but you can continue to maintain the sleep schedule, sleep routine as much as you can. While sleep regression can make you want to change your whole schedule again, some babies generally go through it between 1 to 2 or 3 weeks and go back to the usual schedule. So we highly recommend doing the same things you were doing before, trying to put them down for sleep at a certain time continuously, and then trying to make sure you have like dark shades or dark curtains to make sure the room is dark enough for them to be able to fall asleep. At 4 months old, clinics and visits and vaccines are probably going to happen again, if not happened already. Based on your location, babies are going to be getting their second set of vaccinations at 4 months old. This is a whole lot of vaccinations. We protect them and make sure they don't get sick or prevent them from getting severe sickness from the common vaccine preventable diseases. Based on your location, again, your child may be getting multiple single shots in different parts of the body, mostly the thighs, or they may be getting shots that are bunched together and ends up being 2 or 3, and not a lot. Regardless of the number of shots, these shots are always very overwhelming for families to watch, overwhelming for the child as well. So you can discuss with your regular doctor or provider based on things that might make it less painful, things like buzzy, cool packs, just to take the edge off, but it might still hurt regardless. It is possible that your child may have a fever 1 to 2 days after they receive the vaccination, even though they did not have a fever with the 2-month-old shot. Some of them has to do with the composition and the mix of the vaccinations you're getting. So before getting vaccinations, make sure you're having those discussions with your regular provider. Ask about fever medications, ask about the doses, and buy the medications and be ready just in case you need to treat your child's fever. And finally, don't forget to keep your child safe from infection, especially viral infections. Going into the viral winter season and respiratory season, babies who are younger than 6 months old are still at high risk of infection. So make sure when you're taking walks, take walks in places that are open, avoid places that are overcrowded, just to make sure your child is staying healthy and not getting more exposure than they really deserve. And that's it for the short version of what can happen to your baby at 4 months old. And I will see you in the next video where we talk about your baby at 5 months old.